Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Call the midwife stars who have famous family, including an EastEnders dad and Hollywood daughter. As the BBC period drama returns to screens this Sunday, February 25th, after a 2-week break, let's take a peek at some of the cast's famous family. Call the Midwife Series 13 is in full swing as the nuns and nurses of non-Natus house grace our television screens every Sunday evening. Now set in 1969, Call the Midwife debuted in 2012 and was originally inspired by Jennifer Worth, who worked as a midwife from the 1950s to 60s, as well as the Sisters of St. John the Divine. So far this season, viewers have seen Dr. Turner, Stephen McGann, and the midwives deal with very complex medical needs, including childhood cancer and tuberculosis. Meanwhile, Fred Buckle, Cliff Parisi, was struck down with a deadly dose of tetanus, but thankfully he lived to fight another day. But as the current season of the BBC period drama is due to finish in a couple of weeks, let's take a look at the famous actors related to stars of the show. Reggie Jackson has been a Call the Midwife fan favorite since arriving in Poplar 7 years ago. The character is wonderfully brought to life by actor Daniel Laurie, who is the son of late actor and EastEnders legend Leslie Grantham. Grantham played Dirty Den Watts in the BBC soap and was an original cast member when the soap launched in 1985, before being killed off in 1989. He then returned to EastEnders in 2003 for 2 more years in an epic comeback storyline. In a 2006 interview with the Daily Mail, Daniel's mum Jane praised Leslie as a fantastic dad and dedication to Daniel, who has Down syndrome. She said, when he was just a few days old, Leslie looked down at the baby and said, "You know, there are some hard things in life, but this isn't one of them." Grantham passed away in 2018, leaving behind his 3 sons and ex-wife. Actor Cliff Parisi worked alongside Grantham during their time in EastEnders together, before working closely with his real-life son Daniel in Call the Midwife. Sister Monica Joan is a wise and eccentric woman who loves cake, and Call the Midwife fans completely love her. Actress Judy Parfitt, who has played the nun since 2012, and her late husband Tony Steedman were married for almost 40 years before he passed away in February 2001, following a 3-year battle with Alzheimer's. The actress later admitted that the disease left her feeling very alone as she shared the pain of losing her husband. That's the thing with dementia. If you're with somebody who has a serious illness, you can usually talk to them, have a laugh every now and then, the person is still with you, she heartbreakingly wrote in the Mail Online in 2014. With dementia, there's no conversation, there's no togetherness, no sharing, she added. It leaves you feeling very alone in a marriage. The couple met at the Birmingham Repertory Theatre in 1960 and got married 3 years later. They share a son called David together. Like his wife Judy, Tony had starred in a long list of TV shows from Inspector Morse to Minder, Casualty, Animal Ark, Days of Our Lives, The Sweeney, Coronation Street, and Citizen Smith. His movies include Bill and Ted, Scrooged, The Bunker, and many more. Stephen McGann is adored by fans for playing Patrick Turner in the BBC One period drama since the very first episode aired in 2012. Away from filming, Stephen is married to Call the Midwife creator and writer Heidi Thomas. They ties the knot in 1990 and also share a son named Dominic. According to Stephen's book, A History of My Family in 7 Maladies, he met Heidi after auditioning for her new play at Liverpool Playhouse. They married 2 years later, when they were both 27 years old, and enjoyed a honeymoon in Tuscany before starting a new life together in a cottage in rural Essex. But Stephen isn't the only member of his family to carve out a very successful acting career, as the star has 3 older brothers who are also actors. Joseph McGann kicked off his career as Lord Glozell in the BBC version of Prince Caspian in 1989, before playing Charlie Burrow in long-running ITV sitcom The Upper Hand. Paul McGann famously played the lead role in Doctor Who, The Eighth Doctor, Doctor Who, Shada, and the Night of the Doctor episode of Doctor Who. Mark McGann, also a musician, director, and writer, along with heading up a production company whilst making a short film called Perplexed Music, which was released in 2018. He's also appeared in many stage productions. Megan Cusack has a very famous family, including an Oscar-winning uncle who was a star of Disney's The Lion King. The 27-year-old actress has played Nancy Corrigan in Call the Midwife since 2021 when she arrived at Non-Natus House as a trainee nurse in season 10. Megan's grandfather, Cyril Cusack, started acting at the age of just 7 with his daughter, Megan's aunt, Niamh Cusack, making many appearances on stage with the National Theatre and Royal Shakespeare Companies. Niamh became a household name as Dr. Kate Rowan in Heartbeat in the 90s and has also starred in The Tower, Death in Paradise, Silent Witness, New Tricks, plus many more acting credits. Her sister Sorcha is also an actress and played the titular role in the 1973 Jane Eyre series, portrayed Helen Connor in Coronation Street and featured in the first series of Mrs. Brown's Boys. Sorcha also played Kate Wilson in Casualty and Mrs. McCarthy in Father Brown. Another of Megan's aunts, Catherine Cusack, also appeared on Coronation Street as the nanny from Hell, Nanny Carmel Finnan, from 1992 to 1993. Her fourth acting aunt is, of course, Sinead Cusack. Sinead is known among drama fans for her roles in a long list of popular TV shows including Poirot, Jekyll and Hyde, Midsummer Murders, Camelot, and Marcella, along with some movie roles. She also starred in Call the Midwife back in 2016, playing the role of Dr. Myra Fitzsimmons for one episode. In 1978, Sinead married actor Jeremy Irons, making him Megan's uncle. He voiced Scar in Disney's The Lion King in 1994. Jeremy has a list of awards to his name, including an Oscar and multiple Golden Globes and Primetime Emmy Awards. The actor has also appeared in House of Gucci, Die Hard, and Justice League. The 87-year-old actress has been a television favorite for over 65 years, since first making her on-screen debut in 1958 as Pamela Benson Gray in Behind the Mask. Today, Vanessa Redgrave is most well known for her role on the popular BBC drama, Call the Midwife, where she narrates the show. Away from the limelight, Vanessa dated and married a lead actor from the beloved James Bond film franchise. Between the years 1971 to 1986, Vanessa was in a 15-year relationship with Timothy Dalton, who featured in 2007 movies The Living Daylights, 1987, and License to Kill, 1989. The pair met while acting in the biographic classic Mary, Queen of Scots. She was also married to the late English theatre and film director and producer Tony Richardson. He was best known for the work on the 1963 film Tom Jones, which earned him an Academy Award for Best Director. The couple were married from 1962 to 1967 and had 2 daughters, Natasha and Jolie Richardson. Tony died in November 1991, aged 63. Tragically, the eldest of their 2 daughters, actress Natasha Richardson, also passed away. She died in a tragic skiing accident in 2009 at the age of 45. Natasha was married to actor Liam Neeson and they share 2 sons, Michael and Daniel.